Do you wake up in the morning feeling tired, even after a full night's sleep? Does your body feel heavy, even without doing anything? Do tea, coffee, or energy drinks fail to give you real energy? If you think this constant weakness is normal, you are making a huge mistake because this is not weakness, it's your body's warning system. And if you understand this warning today, you can regain your energy, strength, and your life. Make sure you watch this video till the very end.
Most people believe that feeling tired all the time is just a normal part of life. They think it is because of age, work pressure, responsibilities, or destiny. Slowly, they accept weakness and fatigue as something permanent. But the truth is, constant weakness and fatigue are not normal at all. They are not signs of laziness or lack of motivation. They are warning signals sent by your body, and when these signals appear again and again, it means something in your daily routine is not working in your favor. Your body is intelligent. It communicates before things get worse. Weakness is one of the first languages it uses to ask for help. When your body is healthy, it naturally wants to move, to work, to stay active. Energy is the default state of a well-nourished, well-rested human body. If you wake up tired, even after sleeping, if your muscles feel heavy without doing hard work, if your mind feels foggy and slow most of the day, then your body is clearly telling you that something is missing or something is being overdone. Ignoring these signs is like ignoring the fuel warning light in a car. You can keep driving for a while, but eventually the engine will stop. Many people misunderstand weakness and fatigue because they compare themselves with others. They see people around them working long hours and assume they should be able to do the same. But every body is different, and more importantly, every routine is different. Someone eating balanced meals, sleeping deeply, and managing stress will naturally have more energy than someone surviving on junk food, poor sleep, and constant tension. When fatigue becomes constant, it is no longer about working hard, it is about working against your body. One of the biggest mistakes people make is covering up weakness instead of correcting it. They use caffeine, energy drinks, sugary snacks, or painkillers to push through the day. These things may give temporary relief, but they do not solve the root cause. In fact, they often make the problem worse. Caffeine forces your nervous system to stay alert, even when your body needs rest. Sugar gives quick energy and then crashes you harder. Over time, your body becomes even more exhausted, and the weakness deepens. Constant fatigue also affects the mind. When the body is tired, the brain cannot function properly. Concentration drops, decision-making becomes difficult, and small problems start feeling overwhelming. Motivation disappears not because you are lazy, but because your brain is low on energy. Many people blame themselves for not being productive without realizing that productivity is impossible when the body is struggling to maintain basic energy levels. Another important point to understand is that weakness does not appear suddenly. It builds slowly over time. Poor habits repeated daily may not show effects immediately, but months or years later, the body starts showing signs. Skipping meals, sleeping late, ignoring hydration, sitting all day, and living under constant stress slowly drain the body's reserves. By the time constant fatigue appears, the body has already been compensating for a long time. Weakness is also deeply connected to recovery. The body needs rest to repair itself. Muscles repair during sleep, hormones balance during rest, and the nervous system resets when you relax. If recovery is missing, even normal daily activities start feeling heavy. Many people think only hard physical labor causes weakness, but mental overload without proper rest can be just as exhausting. Overthinking, worrying, and emotional stress consume a huge amount of energy. It is also important to understand that weakness does not appear suddenly. It sometimes shows up as small signs. feeling sleepy during the day, losing interest in things you once enjoyed, feeling tired after minor effort, or needing constant stimulation to stay alert. These are early warnings. When ignored, they turn into chronic fatigue, body pain, mood swings, and long-term health issues. Your body always prefers balance. It wants proper nutrition, enough sleep, regular movement, and mental peace. When one or more of these are missing, the body adjusts for a while, but adjustment is not the same as health. Eventually, the body reaches a point where it can no longer compensate, and that is when weakness becomes constant. Accepting constant fatigue as normal is one of the most harmful beliefs. It stops people from taking action. They stop listening to their body and start blaming age, fate, or circumstances. In reality, even small improvements in daily habits can bring noticeable changes in energy levels. The body responds quickly when it finally gets what it needs. Understanding that weakness is a signal, not a life sentence, is the first step toward healing. It shifts the mindset from helplessness to responsibility. Instead of asking why you are weak, you start asking what your body is asking for. More rest, better food, less stress, more movement, or medical attention. Once you start listening, the body starts responding. Every symptom has a purpose. Fatigue forces you to slow down so you can correct your path. It is the body's protective mechanism, not an enemy. Fighting it blindly only creates more damage. Respecting it and responding wisely restores strength naturally. When you stop normalizing weakness, you take control back. You stop pushing yourself in unhealthy ways and start supporting your body instead. This awareness alone can change how you live, eat, sleep, and think. Strength is not built by ignoring signals. It is built by understanding and respecting them.
Most people search for one single reason behind their constant tiredness, but the reality is that low energy and physical weakness are usually the result of multiple hidden factors working together. Poor sleep quality, nutrient-deficient food, dehydration, stress, and lack of movement are some of the biggest and most ignored causes of fatigue. And when these factors stay in your life for a long time, your body slowly loses its ability to produce and maintain energy. The problem is not that people do not want to be healthy. The problem is that they underestimate how powerful these daily habits are. Sleep is the foundation of energy, yet it is the first thing people sacrifice. Late nights, mobile screens, irregular sleep schedules, and constant mental stimulation prevent the body from entering deep restorative sleep. Even if someone sleeps for many hours, poor sleep quality means the body does not recover properly. Muscles remain tense, the nervous system stays alert, and hormones that regulate energy remain unbalanced. As a result, a person wakes up already feeling tired, and this tiredness follows them throughout the day. Over time, the body forgets what true rest feels like. Food is another major factor that people misunderstand. Eating enough does not mean eating right. A diet high in refined carbohydrates, sugar, and processed foods may fill the stomach but leaves the body starving for nutrients. Energy is not created from calories alone. It comes from the interaction of vitamins, minerals, proteins, and healthy fats inside the body. When these nutrients are missing, the body struggles to convert food into usable energy. This is why someone can eat large meals and still feel weak and exhausted. Protein plays a critical role in maintaining strength, yet many people consume far less than their body needs. Without enough protein, muscles break down faster than they repair, leading to weakness and low stamina. Iron deficiency is another silent contributor to fatigue. Iron helps carry oxygen in the blood, and when levels are low, the muscles and brain receive less oxygen, causing tiredness, dizziness, and shortness of breath. Vitamin B12 and vitamin D deficiencies are also common and often overlooked, yet they play a key role in nerve function, mood, and energy production. Dehydration is one of the most underestimated causes of fatigue. Even mild dehydration can reduce physical performance, mental clarity, and overall energy. Water is involved in nearly every chemical process in the body, including energy production. When the body lacks enough water, blood becomes thicker, circulation slows, and the heart has to work harder. This extra effort drains energy and makes even simple tasks feel tiring. Many people confuse thirst with hunger or ignore it completely, relying on tea or coffee instead of water, which further worsens the problem. Stress is another powerful energy thief. When the mind is constantly under pressure, the body stays in a state of alertness. Stress hormones remain elevated, preventing the body from relaxing and recovering. This constant fight or flight mode uses a large amount of energy and interferes with sleep, digestion, and hormone balance. Mental stress often shows up as physical fatigue, body aches, and weakness. Even when someone is not doing physical labor, emotional and mental overload can leave them feeling completely drained. Lack of movement also plays a major role in low energy levels. The human body is designed to move, and when it stays inactive for long periods, circulation slows, muscles weaken, and metabolism drops. Sitting for hours reduces oxygen and nutrient delivery to muscles, leading to stiffness and fatigue. Ironically, people who move less often feel more tired, while those who include regular physical activity in their routine experience higher energy levels. Movement stimulates blood flow, improves oxygen delivery, and activates energy-producing systems in the body. Another hidden issue is the imbalance between effort and recovery. Many people push themselves mentally and physically without allowing proper recovery time. They work long hours, stay mentally engaged even after work, and do not give their body or mind a chance to reset. Without recovery, energy stores become depleted. Over time, this leads to chronic fatigue rather than short-term tiredness. These factors rarely act alone. Poor sleep increases stress. Stress disrupts digestion. Poor digestion leads to nutrient deficiencies. Deficiencies reduce energy, and low energy discourages movement. This creates a cycle that keeps pulling energy levels down. People often treat symptoms without addressing this cycle, which is why the fatigue keeps returning. Understanding that low energy is not random, but the result of daily habits is a powerful realization. It shifts the focus from temporary solutions to long-term lifestyle changes. When sleep improves, food quality increases, hydration becomes consistent, stress is managed, and movement becomes regular, the body begins to heal naturally. Energy starts returning not because of stimulants, but because the body finally has what it needs to function properly. The body is extremely adaptive, but adaptation should not be confused with health. Just because someone can function while tired does not mean they are functioning optimally. Constant fatigue is a sign that the body is surviving, not thriving. When these hidden causes are addressed one by one, strength and vitality return gradually, proving that energy is not something you chase, it's something you restore by supporting the body in the right way.
Many people believe that eating enough food automatically means they are giving their body what it needs, but there is a huge difference between feeling full and being truly nourished. The body does not measure meals by quantity alone, it measures them by quality. You can eat 3 large meals a day and still feel weak if those meals lack the nutrients required to produce energy and maintain strength. Real strength comes from nourishment, not from just filling the stomach, and this is where most people go wrong. The body uses food as raw material. Every movement, every thought, and every heartbeat depends on nutrients coming from what you eat. When meals are based mostly on refined flour, sugar, and processed foods, the body receives empty calories. These foods digest quickly, spike blood sugar, and then cause a crash that leaves you feeling tired and weak. This creates a cycle where you eat again not because your body needs nutrition, but because your energy has dropped. Over time, this pattern drains the body rather than fueling it. Protein is one of the most important nutrients for restoring strength. Muscles are constantly breaking down and rebuilding, even when you are not exercising. Without enough protein, the body cannot repair tissues properly. This leads to muscle weakness, low stamina, and slow recovery. Protein also plays a role in hormone production, immune function, and enzyme activity, all of which affect energy levels. Many people consume protein only occasionally, not realizing that the body needs a steady supply every day. Vitamins and minerals act like switches that turn energy production on and off inside the body. Without them, even the best food cannot be converted into usable energy. Iron helps transport oxygen in the blood, which is essential for muscle function and mental clarity. Magnesium supports muscle relaxation and energy metabolism. B vitamins are crucial for converting carbohydrates into energy, and when they're low, fatigue becomes unavoidable. These nutrients are found in whole foods like vegetables, fruits, legumes, nuts, seeds, dairy, and animal products, but they are often missing in modern diets. Healthy fats are another misunderstood part of nourishment. Many people fear fats and avoid them, thinking they cause weight gain. In reality, healthy fats are essential for hormone balance, brain function, and long-lasting energy. Unlike sugar, which gives short bursts of energy, fats provide sustained fuel. When healthy fats are missing, people experience mood swings, low concentration, and constant hunger. This again leads to overeating without real nourishment. Hydration works together with nutrition to restore strength. Nutrients cannot be properly absorbed or transported without enough water. Digestion slows down when the body is dehydrated, and toxins accumulate more easily. Even if someone eats well, dehydration can block the benefits of good nutrition. Water helps carry nutrients to cells and remove waste products that cause fatigue. Many people focus on food, but forget that water is just as important. Eating for nourishment also means eating at the right times. Skipping meals or eating irregularly forces the body into stress mode. Blood sugar levels drop, energy crashes, and the body starts breaking down muscle tissue for fuel. This weakens the body over time. Regular, balanced meals keep energy levels stable and prevent extreme highs and lows. The goal is not to eat more, but to eat consistently and wisely. Another important factor is digestion. Even the healthiest food cannot help if digestion is poor. Stress, rushed eating, lack of sleep, and overeating damage the digestive system. When digestion is weak, nutrients are not absorbed properly, leading to deficiencies and fatigue. Eating slowly, chewing well, and eating in a calm state improve digestion and allow the body to use nutrients effectively. Many people rely on stimulants like caffeine to feel energetic instead of fixing their nutrition. Caffeine does not create energy, it borrows it from the body. Over time, this leads to deeper exhaustion. True energy comes from nourishing the body at a cellular level, not from forcing alertness. When nutrition improves, the need for stimulants naturally decreases. Eating for nourishment is not about strict diets or expensive foods. It's about understanding what your body needs and making better choices consistently. Simple changes like adding protein to meals, including more whole foods, reducing processed snacks, and drinking enough water can make a noticeable difference in strength and energy. The body responds quickly when it finally receives proper nourishment. When people shift their mindset from eating to feel full to eating to feel strong, everything changes. Energy becomes stable, weakness reduces, and the body starts functioning the way it was designed to. Nourishment is not a short-term fix, it's a daily commitment that builds strength over time and restores vitality naturally.
Many people believe that the fastest way to fight tiredness is by drinking more tea, coffee, or energy drinks, but this belief is one of the biggest reasons why fatigue becomes chronic. Stimulants may create the illusion of energy for a short time, but they do not increase real strength. In fact, relying on them often makes the body more exhausted in the long run. Real energy comes from how well the body rests, moves, and manages stress, not from forcing alertness through caffeine. When someone drinks caffeine to fight fatigue, what actually happens is that the nervous system is pushed into a state of alertness. The body is told to stay awake even when it needs rest. This borrowed energy has a cost. Once the effect wears off, the body feels even more tired than before. Over time, higher amounts of caffeine are needed to achieve the same effect, and sleep quality begins to suffer. Poor sleep then leads to more fatigue, creating a cycle that is hard to break. Proper rest is one of the most powerful energy boosters, yet it is often ignored. Rest does not only mean sleeping at night, it also means allowing the body and mind to recover during the day. Short breaks, moments of relaxation, and mental pauses help reset the nervous system. When rest is missing, the body stays in a constant state of tension. Muscles remain tight, breathing becomes shallow, and energy drains quickly. Deep, consistent rest allows the body to repair itself and restore natural energy levels. Movement is another key element that many people misunderstand. When someone feels tired, their first instinct is to sit or lie down more. While rest is important, complete inactivity actually lowers energy levels further. The human body is designed to move, and gentle movement sends a signal to the body to produce more energy. Walking, stretching, light exercises, and basic strength training improve blood circulation, increase oxygen delivery, and activate muscles. This leads to a natural increase in energy rather than a decrease. Regular movement also improves sleep quality. When the body moves during the day, it naturally wants deeper rest at night. Muscles relax better, stress hormones decrease, and sleep becomes more refreshing. This creates a positive cycle where better sleep leads to more energy, and more energy makes movement easier. Over time, even people who once felt exhausted all day begin to feel lighter and more active. Stress management plays a critical role in maintaining energy. Mental stress consumes a huge amount of energy, often more than physical work. Constant worrying, overthinking, and emotional pressure keep the mind and body in survival mode. In this state, energy is diverted away from healing and recovery. Learning to manage stress through breathing, mindfulness, prayer, or simple moments of calm helps bring the nervous system back into balance. When the mind relaxes, the body follows. One of the most overlooked aspects of energy is how we treat ourselves mentally. Negative self-talk, guilt, and constant pressure to perform drain energy quickly. Many people push themselves beyond their limits and then criticize themselves for feeling tired. This creates emotional fatigue that adds to physical exhaustion. Being kind to yourself, setting realistic expectations, and respecting your limits are powerful forms of energy management. Caffeine and stimulants mask fatigue, but they do not fix the underlying cause. They can be useful occasionally, but they should not be the foundation of daily energy. When people gradually reduce reliance on stimulants and focus on rest, movement, and stress control, they often experience more stable and lasting energy. The body begins to regulate itself more effectively without constant external stimulation. Even small lifestyle changes can make a big difference. A short walk instead of another cup of coffee, a few deep breaths instead of scrolling on the phone, or going to bed earlier instead of pushing through tiredness can slowly rebuild energy levels. These choices may seem simple, but their impact accumulates over time. True energy is calm, steady, and sustainable. It does not come with jitters, crashes, or exhaustion. It allows you to work, think, and enjoy life without constantly feeling drained. When rest, movement, and stress management become priorities, the body no longer needs to be forced into alertness. Energy becomes a natural state rather than something you chase artificially.
Many people keep searching for a quick fix when they feel weak and exhausted, hoping that one medicine, one supplement, or one shortcut will solve everything. While temporary solutions may give short-term relief, real treatment for weakness comes from fixing lifestyle habits consistently over time. The body does not break down in one day, and it does not heal in one day either. Strength is rebuilt slowly through daily choices that support the body rather than fight against it. Consistency is the most important element in restoring energy. Doing the right thing once in a while is not enough. Sleeping well for one night, eating healthy for one day, or exercising once a week will not undo months or years of poor habits. The body responds to patterns. When it repeatedly receives proper nutrition, rest, movement, and care, it begins to trust that support is available. Only then does it shift from survival mode to recovery mode. Lifestyle habits work together, not in isolation. Good food supports better sleep improves stress control, reduced stress improves digestion, and improved digestion enhances nutrient absorption. This creates a positive cycle that slowly restores strength. When people focus only on one habit and ignore others, progress remains limited. Real healing happens when small improvements are made across all areas of life and maintained consistently. One of the biggest mistakes people make is stopping healthy habits as soon as they feel a little better. Energy improves, symptoms reduce, and then old routines slowly return. Late nights, skipped meals, dehydration, and inactivity come back, and weakness follows again. This does not mean the treatment failed, it means consistency was broken. The body needs long-term support, not short-term attention. Medical testing also plays an important role when weakness is long-lasting or severe. Lifestyle changes are powerful, but they cannot replace proper diagnosis when something deeper is going on. Conditions like anemia, thyroid disorders, vitamin deficiencies, hormonal imbalances, or chronic infections can cause persistent fatigue. Ignoring these possibilities delays recovery and allows the problem to worsen. Getting tested is not a sign of weakness, it is a responsible step toward healing. Many people avoid medical tests out of fear or denial. They hope the problem will go away on its own. Others self-diagnose and take random supplements without knowing what their body actually needs. This approach often leads to frustration and wasted time. When tests identify the root cause, treatment becomes more effective and targeted. Lifestyle changes combined with proper medical guidance produce the best results. Another important aspect of real treatment is patience. The body heals at its own pace. Energy does not return overnight, especially if weakness has been present for a long time. Expecting instant results creates disappointment and stress, which further slows recovery. Trusting the process and staying consistent allows gradual improvements that last. Listening to the body is part of long-term treatment. Energy levels fluctuate, and some days will feel better than others. Pushing too hard on low energy days can cause setbacks. Learning when to rest and when to move builds a healthier relationship with the body. This awareness prevents burnout and supports sustainable strength. Real treatment also requires honesty about lifestyle choices. It means acknowledging habits that drain energy and being willing to change them. This may include reducing screen time, setting boundaries at work, improving meal quality, or prioritizing sleep. These changes are not always easy, but they are necessary. Comfort and convenience often come at the cost of health. Weakness is not cured by motivation alone. Willpower may push you forward temporarily, but without supportive habits, it eventually runs out. Sustainable energy comes from systems, routines, and environments that make healthy choices easier. When daily life supports well-being, strength becomes natural rather than forced. The combination of consistent lifestyle habits and appropriate medical care creates a strong foundation for long-term health. Instead of chasing quick fixes, focusing on daily discipline builds resilience. Over time, the body becomes stronger, energy stabilizes, and fatigue no longer controls life.
Real treatment is not dramatic or complicated. It is simple, steady, and deeply effective when practiced consistently.